The Dallas Wings picked up solid prospects, but I can't help but think about how competitive their training camp is about to be. Looking at their roster, they have 10 guards. I don't know much about their new head coach's system. I know that he's defensive minded and skilled in player development. I think the player development aspect of him is an advantage for Dallas and Chicago with Tyler Marsh. When you think of the WNBA, a lot of people don't think of development, but compared to the men's game at a professional level, I think there's a larger gap that has to be closed. They drafted Madison Scott, JJ Quinterly, Isaiah James, and obviously Paige Beckers. They signed Mei Yamoto of the Japan national team, Mackenzie Forbes, who was drafted by the Sparks last year, and Kayla Charles, who was drafted back in 2020 to training camp contracts. Then they have Dejanay Carrington, Orike Ogunbowale, and Ty Harris. This feels like the Hunger Games. The only new guard who is for sure safe is Paige Beckers. Mei Yamoto is 5'4", a lot of energy. I enjoyed watching her during the Olympics, but is she really going to have longevity in the W? I don't know if anyone noticed, but the guards in this year's draft class are big guards. The only exception to this is really Georgia Amore. Most of these guards are 5'10" and up combo guards, and I think that's where we're headed. Guards under 5'7" are going to have to be incredibly talented to keep up in this league. I can imagine that whoever sticks a roster spot is going to have great chemistry with Enrique, who's their franchise player. How well can you pass the ball? How well can you knock down off of a kick out? When I look at Scott and Quinterly, I don't see that they have range or incredible passing ability. They were solid double-figure scores for their college teams, but a lot of those shots came from inside. Out of all the rookies and training camp signees, I think that James has the most skill and the highest ceiling and could be productive this season. Dallas is going to make room on their roster using waivers or possibly using some of these guards as leverage to pull in more experienced bigs. They drafted center Aaronette Vonleh from Baylor and signed Louisa Geslador to a training camp contract. They still have Tierra McCowan, but that doesn't feel strong enough. But what are your thoughts, Hoops Tribe? How do you feel about Dallas's roster and their overall picks in this draft? Let's talk hoops.